What's going on, guys? Matthew Moniz here, and this is the Acer Predator Helios 300. Back in 2017, I nominated one of the best budget to mid-tier gaming laptops you could buy for the price. This year, they're back again with the 8th generation Intel processors and a few other upgrades that make this product even more attractive. But with the competition heating up, is it still the best budget to mid-tier gaming laptop on the market? Well, we're about to find out. So in terms of design, it looks exactly the same as last year's model. A black metal lid, plastic body, the Predator logo in the middle, and 2 red stripes running vertically. If you're looking for a very portable gaming laptop to go to school, this is not the best option. It weighs about 6 pounds, making it slightly heavier than the Dell G7 and about a pound heavier than the Lenovo Y530. It's still portable enough to take to a friend's house, but it's something you don't want to carry every single day. For ports, on the left-hand side, you have a full-size Ethernet jack, you have a USB Type-C port that's not Thunderbolt 3, a full-size HDMI port, a USB 3.0 port, and a full-size SD card slot. On the right-hand side, you have your barrel power connector, 2 USB 2.0 ports, and of course, your audio jack. Just like last year's model, everything inside is pretty much upgradable. The 2.5-inch hard drive, which comes with a mount, and the RAM is easily accessible by taking off 2 screws. If you want to get to the M2 NVMe SSD, you have to take off the entire cover in order to access it. It's quite easy, there's just a lot of screws to take off. The GPU and CPU are both soldered onto the motherboard, and they are both sharing the same heat pipes that are connected to 2 fans. Not the best solution, I would have rather the fans be separated on each side, but I'll talk about heat management later. The battery is 48 watt hours, so it's quite small. Don't expect to get a lot of gaming out of this when it's off the charger. In fact, I was only getting about 3 hours of use with doing things like checking my email and browsing the web. If you're planning on gaming with this, you need to keep it plugged in the entire time. The displays on budget to mid-tier gaming laptops in 2017 were quite terrible. Most displays on the Acer laptops, Dell, and even HP had sRGB ratings of about 65 to 70%. That was really bad if you bought your gaming laptop to also do some color grading, or let's say working in Photoshop. This year, Acer has listened. They put a great display in their Helios 300. It has a 98% sRGB rating, it has over 300 nits of brightness, so it gets bright enough to game on, even use outdoors, and this time, it's also 144 Hz, so you're gonna get nice smooth gameplay when you're using this device. Unfortunately, it doesn't have G-Sync, but overall, it's a huge improvement compared to last year. So just like every other gaming laptop, you get a 720p webcam at the top of the device. It looks like this, it's not the best, it's grainy, my face is blown out, I got white patches over here. You're better off just drawing a picture of yourself and emailing it to the person than using the webcam on most gaming laptops. Sound! It's coming out of 2 speakers on the bottom of the device. Now, they're not the loudest speakers, but they're loud enough. I didn't find the highs to be too crisp. I mean, in comparison, I put it next to the Lenovo Y530. It definitely gets louder than the Y530, but the Y530 definitely sounds nicer. So, fine for light gaming, but if you're having long gaming sessions, you're definitely gonna wanna keep a pair of headphones on you. The keyboard is pretty much the exact same one as last year. A nice rubber feel to it, feels great to game on and type on. You have the red WASD keys for gamers, full-size keyboard, meaning you have a numeric keypad in case you need to type in some numbers or use Excel. I don't like the fact that the shift key and the arrow keys are a little too close, and I do wish you can change the color of the backlighting. Unfortunately, you're stuck with just red. Touchpad. Great size, lots of room to move your hands around. It is using Windows Precision drivers, so that's good, but it's not as accurate as other gaming laptops that are coming out in 2018. But honestly, most people buying this thing are gonna be hooking up an external mouse anyways. Performance is another area that's fantastic on the Helios 300. Last year, we were dealing with the i7-7700K, which was 4 cores. This year, we're dealing with Intel's 8th gen Coffee Lake processors, which have 6 cores. That means you can game comfortably at 1080p with settings at high, and stream at the same time without any bottlenecking. So if you want to play any new titles, any modern titles, you're going to be able to do so on this laptop with settings set to high. It's also VR ready, which means you can hook up a headset to it and have no problems using it. The only area that it fell short was heating. It does get a little hot on the keyboard, around 53 degrees Celsius, which is a few degrees higher than I'd like it to be. Also, when you're gaming for long periods of time, you are gonna notice some thermal throttling. The fans are doing an okay job, but the CPU temperatures start spiking and you'll notice some frame drops while you're playing. Here's my suggestion to you. If you don't want any frames to drop and you want a good experience, don't let the system determine the fan rotations. Set it to max and leave it on max all the time with Cool Boost enabled. I found with those settings on while I was gaming, I got zero issues with frames dropping and the CPU temps stayed around 80 degrees. So here are my closing thoughts. The Acer Predator Helios 300 still offers a lot of value for the money. They've improved a few things that a lot of consumers were complaining about last year, specifically the display. The display is absolutely awesome for gaming, and most importantly, it's color accurate for creatives who want a gaming laptop but also be able to do work at the same time. Now, it's not perfect. I do wish it had a different design. I do wish there was a Thunderbolt 3 port, and I do wish there was better battery life. But in all fairness, most gaming laptops have poor battery life anyways. I think for the money, this is still one of the better laptops you can buy for the price. Is it the best one? Well, you're gonna have to stay tuned for that because I'm gonna be doing a roundup between this one, the Dell G7, and the Lenovo Y530. If you guys like this video, hit the like button. Follow me on Instagram because in the next month or so, I'm gonna be giving away a laptop. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video.